On behalf of National Institute of Mass Communication and Journalism, inspired by Vishwa Samvad Education Foundation, I, Jaideep Kumar, welcomes you to this new episode of Achhi Khabar. According to COVID data, 10% of all adults are now fully vaccinated. On Monday, over 6.5 million doses were administered across the country, according to the data, and 26.5% of population is partially vaccinated, attaining one dose of vaccination each. Along with this, Maharashtra proudly became the first state to complete vaccinating more than 1 crore people, as shared by Union Health Ministry in the latest update. India will significantly have to increase the frequency of vaccination drive to achieve its aim of vaccinating the nation by December 31st. Moving on to the next news, Mirabai's resilience made her bag the silver medal in Olympics for the nation. On her return to India, she was accompanied by paramilitary personnel at the IGI airport. COVID protocols in the Tokyo demanded that the athlete can't stay beyond 48-hour post after the event is done. The Manipur weightlifter will be duly appointed as additional superintendent of police in State Police Department, as quoted by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. Also, as per government announced, Mirabai would be awarded a sum of 1 crore of her marvelous victory. Moving on to the next news, Zomato likely to lead 3,500 crore of funding ground and online grocers. Zomato invested $100 million in Grofers about a month ago for 9.3% stake. Several global investors will join Zomato in investing in Grofers. The food delivery company has become the first of India's unicorn to go public, receiving bids for more than 40 times the share on offer. The stock has surged 82% from its IPO price on Monday. The shares rose 9.56% to 138.05%. Moving on to the next news. National Award-winning filmmaker Aditya Vikram Sen-Gupta's Bengali feature film, Once Upon a Time in Calcutta, has been selected in Horizonto section of 78th Venice Film Festival. Inspired by true events, the film pays homage to Calcutta and traces the life of bereaved mother seeking an identity, love, independence, and much more. The film is culmination of personal emotion and sentiments for the city and its people, quote Aditya. It is the only Indian film to have its world premiere at the reputable film festival to held from 1st to 11th September. Moving on to the next news, the Ramappa temple situated in Palamfit, Telangana recently earned the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It won the recognition for its outstanding craftsmanship, showcasing the great Kakatiya dynasty. The temple was listed in the nomination for the World Heritage Site in 2019. It had been on the tentative list since 2014. The decision to inscribe the Ramappa temple was taken at the 44th session of the World Heritage Committee of UNESCO held on Sunday in China. 17 of 21 members nations supported the inscription, and with this, India now proudly holds 39 World Heritage Sites titled by UNESCO. Moving on to the next news, Dholavira, the prominent Harappa site, has been inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage Site list. It is located in Kutch region of Gujarat. It is the first Indus Valley civilization settlement to be included in the list. After campaigner Rani Ki Vavdi and the walled city of Ahmedabad, Dholavira is the fourth site from Gujarat among the list. It is the matter of pride for the nation as one of the oldest authentic sites attain the prestigious tag. This is a big news. It will help in conservation of the site and boost tourism in Kutch, adds Praveen DK, District Collector of Kutch. Lastly, concluding, I welcome Ayushi Jan.
Let's see the news from education sector. Byju's shopping spree continues. The Bangalore-based digital learning firm has bought Singapore-based Great Learning for $600 million and it bought Topper for $150 million. Spending nearly $3 billion, it acquired US digital reading platforms for $500 million. Byju's is building itself into a digital and online learning powerhouse focused on everything from K-12 to competitive test preparations and professional education. Great Learning was founded by Mohan Lakham Raju. It crossed a revenue run rate of $100 million in 2020-21 financial year. They have 1.6 million learners, 2,800 mentors from 170 countries, completion rate of 91%, and 66% of learners are able to achieve transitions in 12 months. Let's have a look on Olympics. After decades in the shadow of men's skateboarding, the future for the sport's daring, trailblazing women suddenly looked brighter than ever at the Tokyo Games. On the Olympics podium stood three teenage girls with the age 13, 13 and 16 respectively, with gold, silver and bronze medal around their young necks, rewards for the landed tricks on their skateboards that most of the kids at their age get to see on social media. The gold went to Nishiya, who let her board do all the talkings, riding it down rails, trailers that she is. The silver went to Rayasa Leal, also 13. Both Nishiya and Leal became their country's youngest ever medalist. The bronze went to 16 years old Fuma Nakayama of Japan. This is like opening at least one door at the girls' skaters. Let's move our eyes on positive steps taken in Rajasthan. Tale of Unity. Residents of 13 villages in Bundi district of the state suffered due to low groundwater levels. They had to build a dam and put together rupees 45 lakhs on their own to achieve mission. Villagers says they had approached the local MLA. He was unable to do anything, so they decided it had to be done without help from anywhere else. They have built a large check dam which is over 2,000 feet in length and 30 feet in the height. They collected rupees 12 lakhs to make a temple in the village. The farmers then sold their mustard straw and put together rupees 15 lakhs. They also collected 19 lakhs more through contributions. Villagers were left with no options as they had to walk at least 4 kilometers to fetch water. It had to be completed before monsoon. 6 JCBs and 46 tractors worked day and night, forgetting scorching heat. Finally, they did it. Now begins the wait of the rain. Not to refrain ourselves from knowing about plans by Gujarat government. Museum planned for social reformer writer Zaver Chand Meghani. The Gujarat government is planning to build a museum after legendary Gujarati poet, social reformer and writer Zaver Chand Meghani in Chotila of Surendranagar district as a part of celebration to mark his 125th birth anniversary. The state government has also formed another implementation committee to effectively implement the suggestions made by the Pinaki Meghani, grandson of Zaver Chand Meghani, which is also the part of the committee. The state government is planning to make a museum in Chotila in around 5 acres at the cost of rupees 5 crore. Pinaki has suggested the government to make a composite complex around the birthplace of Meghani. Let's peek into the digital media. In the tribute to the late Captain Vikram Batra and the Indian Armed Forces, Amazon Prime Video launched the trailer of the much-awaited Amazon original movie Sher Shah in Kargil during the Kargil Vijay Divas celebration. The event was attended by Siddharth Malhotra, Kiara Advani, director Vishnu Vardhan, producer Karan Johar and Apurva Mehta, and Vijay Subramaniam. The film, jointly produced by Dharma Productions and Kash Entertainment, is the first ever and landmark collaboration between Amazon Prime Video and Dharma Productions. It will have a global release across 240 countries and territories on August 2. Let's see the amalgamation of actors and cricketers in football. On Sunday, Bollywood and TV actors and some Indian cricketers played an exciting game of football. Cricketers MS Dhoni and Shreyas Iyer joined Jim Sarbh, Mizan, Dino More, Aditya Seal, Karan Wahi, Vivian Desena and Ibrahim Ali Khan for football match at the ground in Bandra. Ranveer Singh, who recently returned to Mumbai after the completion of the first schedule of his film Jayesh Bhai Zordar, was among the last players who arrived on the field. Vivian Desena suffered the injury and had to leave the game midway. Mizan had the terrible fall during the game. Dhoni led the team which had Ranveer, Dino and Jim, while Shreyas was the captain of the opponent team. And with this news, I would like to conclude this episode of Achhi Khabar. Do join our community and conversations on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Spaces. Thank you.